Wail of the Forgotten. Choose one if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard as you cast a spell. Choose one or more. Turn non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So you can bounce your own stuff too. Target opponent discards a card. Look at top 3, put 1 into your hand, rest into your graveyard. I feel like I kind of love it. Don't think we can play Archaeologist as like an enabler here. Do you have 8 cards here? Do you have 8 cards? Our permanent type is really high, I think, and we have a ton of fetch lands. We have Troll of Khazad-dm. You're not going to get it super early, but this deck goes pretty late, and you're also, I think, just happy to like cast like usually cast like the first one early, and then the rest of them will, in theory, be online pretty quick after that. Seems like a good Neoform shell. I don't know that I agree necessarily. Could also potentially cut a land now that we are playing 4 less 3-drops as Archon just spent. The thing about Archon is it's like 10 cards. You have to play Archon plus like 6 looters. And then like the thing is like in this deck Persist is still good in your deck without Archon, and then you're like much less weak to Graveyard Hate. Yeah, we could play Teferi. It would be kind of weird to cut a land added to Teferi. I wonder if Teferi is better than Thoughtseize. It's also like another permanent for Wail. And then this would mean we don't really want to cut the land as bad. Then Teferi also pitches to Solitude. What's our, and this is, we still have plenty of black cards for Grieve. Would it be better to force Wail by having the Planescycle card as well? I mean, I don't think I'm cutting fetch lands for Planescycle cards. Fetch lands also go to the graveyard. And the Eagle's not that good to cast. I think this looks pretty nice. Also main deck some Tidebinders. Card could end up not playing that well. Let's try it. Definitely, you know, kind of mission statement this week is get a little weird and try a bunch of stuff. Right before we have just so much brewing to do. I want to get as weird as we can. So Tidebinder, Celestial Fairy. Yeah, I think I like the Teferis. There's a lot of Rhinos at the moment. I mean, Tidebinder's also good against Rhinos, of course. How do you self-mill? I mean, so that's kind of the thing. Is like Wail self-mills for itself. So like the first copy is likely just going to be like a card selection spell that you can play whenever you want on your curve, and then beyond that, you're just like evoking and fetching and cycling Troll. And then when this card is online, it's like, I think likely pretty crazy good. And it's nice not to have like the life loss. Like the life loss from Shadow Prophecy was something I was certainly feeling in this deck last time. And like the curve is lower now, and also kind of like conceptually, this is maybe kind of hard to articulate, but I felt like one problem with the other deck is like your late game wasn't super good. And like Shadow Prophecy, even in the late game, can be kind of awkward with the life loss. I mean, it's a good late game card, but Wail of the Forgotten is just like such an insane late game card. It's like 2 mana. It's usually like, especially if your opponent's hellbent, you just get to kill any non-land permanent, look at top 3, put 1 into your hand, which could just go so crazy. And so like I feel like that was in some ways part of what's missing is like the mid to late game power level. And obviously like Mulldrifter, Reprieve, Hardcast, Solitude are fine, but kind of hoping that this compensates some. It's also like at the same time more interaction too, which is kind of what this deck needs. Okay, I'm talking myself into it at least. Yeah, Descend doesn't exile. It's not like hard evidence. You just have to have 8. I mean, 8 permanents is a lot, but you have to have 8 permanents in your yard. Everything updated. We'll just kind of jump into it too. It's kind of what brewing is all about too. Like you see this legacy Wail of the Forgotten list, and you try to port it just like 1-for-1 to modern, and you kind of end up Feeling like you have an existing better shelf for it, and then you draw it, and you're like, oh no, I have my basic planes. It's okay. Gotta cook with the title a little bit. Xander's Lounge. What's the reason behind no Archon? So the thing with what's cool to me about this deck is Persist is a really good card in your Grief, Troll, Solitude, Mulldrifter deck. Persist is a really good card. When you play Archon, also you have to play like a split of 6 Indulgence Binding, like 5 or 6 of those cards, and 4 Archon. It ends up being like 9 or 10 cards in your deck. It's a huge chunk of your deck. Makes your deck clunky, slow, disruptible, and weak to graveyard hate. And this deck is kind of like gets to be none of those things. Is the idea, at least. So probably up against Rhinos here. Maybe if I draw a land, do I just slam Teferi? Probably do. Okay, so this land does not allow me to slam Teferi, but I can grab a Godless Shrine. Although maybe I should have tapped a little different. To hold up the Reprieve. Be nice to just Reprieve Shardless Agent, untap Slam Teferi, easy win. Sometimes you do get easy wins against Rhinos. So should I slam the Teferi still? Oh, yes, we should. I'm going to try to import the Living deck tomorrow. Well, we talked about this a lot already, but I don't at the moment have what I feel is like a good build for that deck idea, but I feel like Wail kind of is doing a similar thing in this shell, and like is maybe better than the Shadow Prophecies we were playing. Is, you know, my thinking. Yeah, maybe not, but we will try to see. So they got 3 cards in their hand. Looks like. Oh. Just main phase fetching. Let's see if they have another pitch card. Okay. So they see if they send both at Teferi. Obviously, be pretty happy if they get a little greedy. They do. Disciplined. Like, send both. I'm gonna go ahead and do this now so they can't like hardcast Subtlety on my Solitude though. We have 4 permanent cards in our yard, so there's a good chance we cast the first Wail to like dig for the rest, maybe dig for like Persist here. Maybe I'll cast Mulldrifter next turn. They have another agent. I'm not super happy. They do have another agent. So we're gonna look for like Persist on Solitude. Let's see what we draw. We draw Ephemerate. If only I could Mulldrifter into Ephemerate. Let's 5 permanents in the yard too. I think I'm just gonna look at my top 3, try to find a Persist or Solitude, potentially. Maybe have our reader here. Found none of these things, but if I take Flooded Strand, I at least have 8 permanents for Wail next turn, and I get to go bounce a Rhino, make you discard, and then dig for Persist or Solitude, or I guess mostly just those. But is this going to be too slow? I'm taking 12 down to 4, probably a little too slow, unfortunately. Suspends the Footfalls. That's, you know, one of the best cards I guess they could have for us. Only one blue source. Yeah, I kind of want to get Domain though for binding, but maybe that was wrong. We do get to do 3 modes. We can find Solitude here. We're alive. If this also if this resolves. So it is resolving. And so I can go Persist the Solitude, exile the Rhino, block, stay at 4 if they have nothing. Kind of hard for them to have nothing, but I also don't have another line that I see. They discarded Flame of Anor also, so we're dead. I don't know like what non-Flame of Anor card that they would keep over that we are beating, you know what I mean? There's definitely not one. Subtlety, maybe? Yeah, okay, Subtlety. We're alive against that. Okay. No, yeah, we block. We take 5, gain 2, up to 6, and then we have to still run pretty well, but that's funny. And I don't know, this was insane for 2 mana. Bounce a Rhino, make you discard a card, and then top 3. So can we find a Solitude or just Solitude? Yeah, Binding doesn't quite work because we can't play any untapped mana for it. Ah. So close. Okay, we'll bring in the Chalice, the Explosives, the Veto, the Tidebinders. What was I cutting last time? The Bowmasters, right? And then I think I was trimming a Binding, and I was cutting maybe a Shadow Prophecy, but now the build is different. I want to keep it in all the Wails. Keep all the Ephemerates. We just go down another Binding. Yeah, I think Wail would have been was like clearly better than Shadow Prophecy this game. Huh. That seems reasonable. It's so slow. I don't know. Yeah, Reprieve is good for sure. Doesn't like solo them. And look, we get to pitch the Wail to Grief here. Is it also better than Archaeologist? I mean, Archaeologist doesn't have enough hits in this deck. We have too many creatures. You need to be at like 24-ish, 23, 22, but we're like not really that close. 22, I guess. But if these were Archaeologists, then we'd be at like 18. I guess I get basic planes. Just in case they draw dead. Reprieves could be Archaeologists. I mean, then you just have like no interaction, and like you have to have a lot of interaction with Haymakers. You also have 2 low pitch cards for Solitude, and also if you're cutting, you also just can't cut. You can't cut. You have to cut a creature for Archaeologist. You can't cut a non-creature for Archaeologist. Yeah, Bowmasters. Good. Yeah, I mean Bowmasters is really nice, but yeah, that could be it for sure. All right, so land off the top just kind of solos them here. That's not exactly the right word. Yeah. Good card, huh? Okay, so that was their draw for turn. Still have perfect info about their hand. There's the land. Let's get Island this time. Leave Grief back to block Mutavault, maybe. Seems fine. Their hand is Gemstone Caverns. No, I think they're just conceding here. Yeah, just conceding. Okay, game 3. How's the modern meta? I don't know. I'm having a good time. Like 2 weeks ago, I was kind of struggling to find interesting stuff to do. Last week, I think, was a really good week, and off to a strong start today, I think, as well. Definitely gonna keep. Might want to like use the Persist to scam the Solitude more than like get the 5/4. The 5/4 is not amazing in this matchup, you know. Also, I guess they can just ice me end of turn, so I should cycle the Troll. I should get Island here, cycle for basic Swamp. Remember they brought in the Moons. Then play Godless Shrine. Next week will be like, right? Yeah. Next week is gonna be like, you know, obviously. Sometimes I feel like Jack Sparrow at the beginning of Pirates of the Caribbean, just kind of like, getting off a sinking ship into the new set. But yeah, next week, whenever there's a new set, it's always just the best time. Just exactly what I live for. So definitely, you know, fetching with Blood Moon in mind here. I kind of feel like I should tap out for something. Yeah, I'm gonna tap out for a Mulldrifter. Make my Persist really good. If they do Blood Moon me, I'm not sure if it's the end of the world. I have these Solitudes. I can just like pitch the Dovin's Veto to Solitude. Prime with the 12 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Maybe thinking about like Agent versus Moon here. Decides to tap Stomping Ground Go. Let's Wail. Okay. Endurance and response. You got me. Indatha Triome could let me hardcast Solitude. This lets me go Wail plus Dovin's Veto next turn. I'm not sure if I'm very likely to do that. If I draw a land, I could still just draw a White Source and like fetch basic planes too. Let's get the Xander's Lounge. Seems borderline. I don't know. Why is Mulldrifter better than Ring in this deck? You can persist it and you can ephemerate it. And also like Ring is not good in this deck because you have almost no life gain. You just have the Solitudes. Mana curve is not set up to cast 4 drops. Just a lot of reasons I feel. Okay, so likely going to try to go. I mean, if they have another Endurance plus green card, it could be a gap, but Solitude plus Persist. So 1, 2, 3, 4 top cards. We did draw our planes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I draw another white card off the... If I like evoke Mulldrifter, draw a white card, we could Wail this turn. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, sorry, not one short. Yeah, let's go for Solitude, pitch Solitude. Good timing on the subtlety here. James, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, everybody. So I'm going to put that on top. They have 1 card in their hand. So I think we evoke the Mulldrifter. And then we can still Solitude plus Persist. Or I can persist the Drifter. As yet. Right now we have 5 permanent types. Persist the Drifter, I think it's so fat. So this is 6, 7. So we'd be 1 short next turn potentially. At 13, just not that high of a life total, I guess. Persist the Drifter. Solitude of Rhino. Chump here, take 8. And then Wail the next one. I think I'm gonna try to persist the Mulldrifter here. Okay, then love drawing another persist. I take kind of a big hit, trying to stabilize next turn. We don't have any more basics to fetch either, which could be a little awkward. 5, 6. One more. Oh. For some reason I thought that. I guess I was thinking the Mulldrifter would just have it be a bit easier for you to find that extra permanent. Maybe that's not going to be the case. Got 2 cards in their hand also. No attack with agent makes no sense. Take it though. I really think the Mulldrifter's a 2/2. Just gonna draw a Troll. In their instep, they're casting a spell. Endurance. Fuck. Good follow up. I did draw Troll. I guess if I just bounce Rhino, persist Troll, it's kind of stabilized. Could also just hardcast the Troll. Oh, hardcast the Troll was just the line. Fuck. Whatever. The very rare tutor Indatha Triome to cycle it. I feel like this line comes up very infrequently too. Yeah, this line was actually still. Oh, sorry, I'm just dead, right? If I hardcast the Troll, no, this is the right line. Snap, animate, Mutavault. Oh, okay. Okay. The beating Rhino player. Okay, not gonna keep this. Opponent is on the play. They're also mulling to 6. Another stinker. There's so many better 5s, I feel. It's not the worst 5 ever. We have Solitude, just draw land. We have Binding, Mulldrifter. Probably keep this on 5, on 6. Put back the Grief. Seen 3 days ago on Affinity. Affinity, not a deck that mulligans super aggressively. See if they're still playing Affinity. Seems to be the case. Dude, every time it's not that big a deal, but the last time we played this deck, we also got paired against Affinity, and they also just like led on the Natty Relic, but we don't mind so much with this build, but I understand. It is nice that they have led on Saga, they're just not going to be able to make tokens, and seems like they maybe should have gone to 5, and they're just kind of scared because they're playing Affinity and their 5-card hands tend to suck. Seems like that might be what has happened here. Multiple main deck relics. Okay, interesting turn 3. What are we doing? I think I have like tap land, hold up Reprieve / Solitude the Patchwork if I don't feel like I should cast Reprieve here. Oh, maybe I should have Solitude this first because I would just be able to stop them from casting 7-mana affinity spells. Guess while making more focus scenarios than they consider in previously mentioned, like it's how mild Graveyard Hate is against it. I mean, yeah, but the card is still like just okay against Graveyard Hate. Like it's still just like card selection spell. It's like Graveyard Hate against Snap, or even not even more mild against Graveyard Hate against Snapcaster. But it is now more relevant against you. That is true. They ever attack with Midmind if you shucked it in, like trade 2 life for 3? What would they play? They play around Tidebinder there? Okay, I'm gonna Solitude now. Try to stop the join Year's Companion, me Retriever. Guess I should have not let the counter go on. Well, oopsie doopsie, but that's okay. We're the control deck, I guess. Name the One Ring, not in the deck. Okay, play this first so we can draw a Ephemerate and immediately win. Okay, get Xander's Lounge. Kind of nice if they tap the Mistral Bridge, which they probably want to. We could persist the Mulldrifter. Yeah, there it is. So they drew this for turn, and this was stuck last turn. In good shape. If I'm binding the companion, they still have 7 affinity, so it doesn't seem like I should have to do that right now. Although I guess there's almost nothing that... I should have exiled the land, but whatever. There's almost nothing that I really get super punished by, because I can like Reprieve Stubborn Denial here potentially. But I don't want them to like untap, draw, untap blue source, have Stubborn Denial up. That beats the Reprieve. I'm down to 10. Don't think I'm reprieving that. It does feel like their last card is... It should be a spell. They're not playing lands. But what is that spell? What could it be? It could be Cranial Plating. It does feel like Hardcast Solitude should be just so difficult for them to beat here. Friday Night Magic, great username. Thank you for the 11 months. Probably exiling Ornithopter. I guess not if they're not attacking with it. I guess why would they attack with it though? I'm just worried about Cranial Plating on it. I'll just get rid of some Midmites here. Yeah, I guess Rebuke gets me. Thankfully they don't have it. Okay, GG. Pops the relic. I almost want to binding the One Ring here so that they like need a ring again. It's kind of like I think that's actually the right play because we can like never lose this game. Oh, I didn't get the chance. Yeah, we can never lose this game. So like doing that maybe like it gives us some equity in the next game, right? Because that's the game we care about because we're never losing this one. Pushes are kind of medium against them, I guess. We'll probably bring them in. Tidebinder is good against Cranial Plating. It's okay against Patchwork. It is okay against Saga. Like it's fine against Saga. It's good against sometimes Thought Monitor. Seems worth bringing in. Bowmasters are usually great. And the Teferis and Reprieves seem bad. Although, how are we doing on white cards? We have 14. So it's low. It's maybe just not cut anymore. I want to be testing the Wails, but they maybe should be the cuts here. I mean, push is pretty mediocre against Affinity. Was I tapped to consult ministry? They asked me, but I said no. They wanted me to leave for like 6 weeks, go to Seattle, stop streaming, or they said I could keep streaming, but like the logistics seemed like I probably would have to stop for like 6 weeks. It was like I would have to be like it was like a whole thing. That was a long time ago too. At this point, of course. I think we'll go for the grief scam here. Shriek Ball is 5th. Solitude, Ephemerate, Persist target. I don't really love the idea. Maybe it's okay against like rhinos. It's not very. Like it just like doesn't kill Yawgmoth is like the biggest thing. Yeah, so just try to trade Grief for Frogmite probably. Maybe they'll Aether Spellbomb my Grief, and then at that point a Binding the Might. Seems like the... Oh, shit, I only have 3 types. Could take a big hit, probably. I think I'm alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I could take 12. Plus maybe more. Take 14? Oh, sorry, but this... I guess I didn't count this right. Yeah. 16. Then -2 down to 14, right. Is there a black 4-mana Marionette spell modern? Yeah. Makeshift Marionette. Okay, not looking so good. Draw any non-Godless Shrine lands, I think, or a black card if I scam Ephemerate. Although they have this now, so I have to draw like Solitude all of a sudden. Nope, game 3. What Chalice on the play? It's just such a bad top deck. I mean, it's not that bad. Put on 1. I'm gonna not. Two trolls, no real lands, unfortunately. I'm gonna click the keep button. I don't know exactly how we're sequencing. Could put back Mulldrifter, pitch, Wail. I guess I'll put back Troll, pitch, Wail, Persist on turn 2. Because I need to get a land that can cast a Wail if I draw one. You just take the castable to like hope that they just don't draw lands, strand their whole hand basically. There was a pause before they played the Saga, which kind of implies that they didn't draw something that, you know, they didn't draw a land. Can do a draw step Ephemerate. Really hope to not see a land. Fuck. Okay. Gotta beat some constructs now. I'll take this and the Metallic Rebuke. we at least get to divination here? Maybe we should go after the thought monitors? I don't know. It's just such a tough spot. By running Chalice mainboard in 4-color to win the Rhinos matchup, game 1 feels especially terrible in the draw. Seems fine. Okay, let's draw Persist for this Mulldrifter, I guess. Yeah, I don't think that Living End list is going to be able to be ported super well into Modern, unfortunately. Cool list, I don't really think there's a ton of potential. Thinking Ting Jump when it was correct, no clue next to discards. Yeah, it was certainly tough. Really, I think we mostly just lost when they drew the land. Yeah, not a great start. You just draw poorly. I mean, Urza Saga Solo's grief scam a lot of the time. That's just a very common Modern dynamic. Okay, let's try this hand. I don't think it matters too much. Guess since they had the constructs, taking the forge is bad. Yeah, I don't know. We were just dead. I don't actually feel like there's almost any way to play that we're not dead. Yeah. Modern cyber cards used to just like immediately win you the game. Like blue-black scam variant. Like you just cast Stony Silence, and Infinity opponent could do nothing. You cast Dredge is more popular. You cast Rest in Peace. You just immediately win. And now that like your Chalice has like Rhinos has plenty of like 3-mana answers for your 0-mana card, you're like, this card's trash. Yeah, but I don't know. Those kind of environments, I feel like to me got pretty old pretty fast. Opponents reading Wail the Forgotten. They can both flip here probably. Maybe like get results as a whole for Student Modern. I don't know. I was playing D&D yesterday. I haven't really looked too closely at it. I saw that Marco won, which is awesome. I've had dinner a few times with Marco. He's Andrea's friend. I had dinner with him in Minneapolis last year, and then I think twice in Barcelona, maybe once in Barcelona. Super nice guy. Like he's also like just always smiling too. It's just very, very sweet guy. Very happy that he won. Maybe we should just main phase the Solitude. Your Rhinos, Mr. Balance, give me an idea for Rhinos are living in variant. I mean, I would just basically never recommend trying to beseech for Rhinos, but I also don't recommend beseeching for Living End. Let's see what we draw. I'll take another hit here. Okay, rewarded. Well, now we have a ton of options. Persist Troll has got to be, like, absurd against them. They almost can never answer it, I would think. I'd probably go Solitude, Ephemerate, plus Persist, just everything this turn. Leyline the Wicked roll. Good plan. Adult, thank you for the 16 months. Welcome back. I almost want to, like, it's probably just not correct too. Yeah, no, it's funny that you get Ephemerate the Troll to get the counter off, but I'll be attacking for 8, I think. Also, I always love getting to a spot where I have no cards in hand against decks that have a lot of discard effects. Yeah, except for 8-Rack, maybe. But we just, like, you just know, like, all their thoughts he's being dead cards is just so nice. It was a good feeling. And then you don't have to think that much. You just get to play whatever card you draw. You get to hang out with your chat. It's nice. Should they bring back the Hellbeck mechanic? I don't know. I'm someone that, like, I just like never think about mechanics. I don't know. Just every card is its own unique thing to me. Well, but they did bring back the Hellbeck mechanic though. There's one of the new cube cards that if your hand is empty when you cast it, you investigate 4 times or something, or when it enters the battlefield, you discard your hand, investigate 4 times. It's a 3/3 that gets +2/+2 if your hand's empty. I think. I really wish that card was modern legal. It seems like new improved season Pyromancer kind of. Great draw. I tried Seismic Assault recently. Not recently. I've seen the list. They look like super fun. I don't know exactly how good they are, but they're like certainly playable-ish. How excited am I for MH3? There's maybe nobody in the world that's as excited for MH3 as me. I would venture I'm probably going to be the MH3's #1 fan. Just like I was almost certainly MH2's #1 fan. Yeah, also the only MH2's only fan. Aspiring Spike. Hopefully they don't cast 2 shadows this turn. That would suck. Maybe a Murktide first. I am more fearful. I don't know, y'all. I feel like I even feel like there's a higher chance MH3 is like underwhelming set than there is like that it's gonna just ruin everything. But we'll see. I don't know. It could ruin everything. I didn't consult on it. Do you hope MH3 is more powerful than MH2, similar power level? I kind of hope it's a little bit lower power level. I actually hope that there are no pitch cards in the set. I think that would be like an easy slam dunk. I think that I have a feeling that there won't be any. Awkward, kind of. I don't know if I even want to reprieve this. Yeah, let's maybe not, because then it's like, so if we reprieve this, we hit it into 5, then this shadow is just so big. Let's just pivot back to the control role, I think, and like cycle the troll, evoke Mulldrifter. What if you pitch 2 cards with them? Yeah, maybe. Like you could print balanced pitch cards, like, you know, like I think that there are several pitch cards that are like right at the appropriate power level. Or, like, way underpowered. Most of them are. In fact, like, I guess there really aren't even that many good ones. It's like, you have Solitude, Force of Vigor, Force of Negation, and Subtlety. And Grief. Grief. You have, like, 5. I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot. Oh, Endurance, too. Okay, there's Endurance is also kind of, like, less of a pitch card, but you hardcast it most often. That's kind of easy to forget. Vispistic Reprieve synergy. Just looking for stack interaction. Yeah, I think Reprieve is good, and it pitches to Solitude, which you kind of need white cards. It's not really too much beyond that. Okay, so we're down to 5. We got 2 cards in their hand. I draw a kind of unhelpful Marsh Flats. As a content creator, pro player, consultant, which do you like more, Image sets or Lord of the Rings? Well, the thing about the Horizon sets is, like... Hold on, sorry. The thing about the Horizon sets, they're really nice when they happen, but they kind of have to be sort of few and far between, if that makes sense. Like, you just really can't have them all the time. Maybe I should have reprieved this. Because now the draw card in play is so awkward. It's just, it only matters if the last card is like a counterspell, really. Like a counterspell, for sure. Should have reprieved the Bowmasters. I think we punted. But I don't know, it's like I really, really liked the Modern Horizons sets. I thought that they were awesome. I just have to control binding here. But they're just very different. It's like Lord of the Rings was like very intentionally not trying to be a set as powerful as or Lord of the Rings was trying to be a set not as powerful as the Horizons set. So I know that this is like it was explicitly said is like they did like I think one of the things they like very explicitly said during the consulting process was we do not want this to be Modern Horizons 3. We want this to be like a smaller supplemental thing to modern than the Horizon sets. Don't think I want Tide Binders. Yeah, the Horizon sets, they're just like so special and they're so exciting when they happen. It's just awesome. And I don't know, Modern Horizons 3 might be the last Modern Horizons ever too. I don't know that they're just going to keep pumping these out forever. Could be the last one ever. And then like maybe just start doing smaller stuff like Assassin's Creed and these kind of things. They failed, and yet Bowmasters the Ring. I just can't roll my eyes hard enough. They failed? Do you think Lord of the Rings was nearly as impactful to Modern as MH2? I don't know. I do think Bowmasters, or I think the Ring was a mistake. I think Bowmasters is like I like Bowmasters still. But like come on. And yet, they failed. I don't know. Just everybody's just always so dramatic too. This stuff. Yeah, it's impossible to not get baited. Bowmasters MDT is significantly more balanced. Yeah. I don't know. Like what I really like that Bowmasters just. I feel like it punishes all of the right cards. Like Bowmasters is like very good against like the Ring, Ragavan, cantrips. It's like I don't know. It just feels like it's just so good against all of the right stuff. Bowmasters at black. Yeah, black could have been a good like little fix for it. Why are cantrips a problem that need to be punished? Well, like Bowmasters existing like let you unban preordain and like very safely unban preordain. Like I think it's nice to have like this kind of insurance against like these kind of cards. And I also think like gameplay against Bowmasters can be very interesting, and like I think there's a lot of play with and against it that I think makes games fun. I don't know. I like Bowmasters. Okay, I guess we take second Wail. Getting up there, huh? Think Ponder should be unbanned? I don't know. I wouldn't say yes. I think it's probably a no for me. So Solitude, pitch Ephemerate, and then what do they take? If they take Binding, I'm okay. If they take Wail, I think I'm okay. I think I should probably do this now. Bowmaster shouldn't have the ETB, that's all. Yeah, maybe. I think maybe it should have been once a turn. I think once a turn was maybe the best fix for it. Just not triggering multiple times a turn. No ETB unplayable. Yeah, I mean, I agree, not very good. Okay, so we got 5 types in the yard here. They kept a 1-lander. I almost feel like I should play around Spell Pierce. Not sure that this is right, just because it does seem like the troll is so good against them. They did have Petty Theft for it last game, I guess. DC scam had 45% win rate against, just spam works as intended. I'm not super surprised, but also like with Rhinos being so popular, that also seems like just like kind of normal percentage points like in the matchup. I don't know. That sounds about right though. I think Scam is a good deck. It's kind of simple and powerful and has some good nut draws. Tidebinder's so good in Rhinos. Tidebinder's so well positioned. Such a big upgrade. Definitely a big part of this dynamic too. Does feel like so many formats Bowmasters play at such a high percentage. It's definitely a very good card. I mean, it's a format staple, but it's also like it's like a format staple largely because it punishes other format staples. It's kind of like a weird like I don't know. I don't want to use the word game theory necessarily, but now we're just one. I'm starting to become sus of these whales. Still one short. Maybe we do need to play Archaeologist in the list somehow. Elevation, 28 months. Thank you, welcome back. I mean, they thoughts he's dead. Land would be nice. Also kind of a weird game where they just kind of stuck on lands. When Solitude is untapped. Let me try to bait Bowmaster now. Could get very God here. Okay, did not get God, thankfully. When I say Bowmaster, of course when I say Bowmaster punishes all the right things, Mulldrifter is excluded. Mulldrifter should never be punished by anything. Ephemerate the 13 months, they go back. Roses are reds, violets are blue, I tap all my mana for you, thank you, so sweet. Yeah, maybe hard-casting Troll next turn if we draw a land. Excuse me? This is a new deck? Guess I'm taking it because their hand's so bad. No attacks. How much mana do you think I'd cost? Whatever the text on Scornful Egotist is, like, that's me as a Magic card. Oh wait, although I'm actually getting a new invitational card. I'm either Scornful Egotist or Dog Walker. So you should know their hand exactly. Yeah, 8 mana 1/1. Flavor text is like and subscribe. Yeah, Dog Walker. I want to get this altered to be Lucy and Athena, although this one already kind of looks like. I guess this one looks more like Lucy right here. That's me. That's me as a Magic card. I feel like I could get my hair to do this too. Okay, game theory. Yeah, on Arena I'm Spike, Tournament Grinder. Op GG, 4 months, welcome back, thank you. Okay, keeping this one. Yeah, pictures of the dogs as tokens. Although when would I ever? I guess I'd have to play limited to cast a Dog Walker. We went 3-0 into 3-2 with the Lotus Field League. I like the list though. A little good to Karuga again. And then I got kind of enchanted by Wail of the Forgotten. It's kind of interesting spot. I feel like they probably just Thoughtseize my Troll. You know, one thing about Bowmasters too is it's like it feels like either you can have like Bowmasters or Grief be like this really like, or sorry, Bowmasters or Ragavan be like this really divisive card. But ever since they printed Bowmasters, Ragavan just feels so fine. I'm pretty happy that that's the case. I think. I think I'm gonna go for Persist Troll. Troll just seems so good against them. Was thinking about griefing here, so then persisting grief next turn, but I think I just want to go for this. So I should probably fetch this turn to try to play around Tidebinder. I'm just gonna jam the Persist, I think. formats next RCQ season. I don't know. I don't really play RCQs anymore. Just would rather play tournaments on the weekend or like D&D. They're just so time intensive. But I would guess Pioneer because we had Modern and Standard, so it should be Pioneer's turn again. Okay, I got Dismember. Fair enough. Gonna Fable me. I pitched the Wail so that if they have Bowmasters, I can plan to Bowmasters. How's the MKM video coming? I had some technical problems recording. I have to re-record it, but hoping to get it out as soon as I can. Okay, so what do I do here? I just want to take Dismember and then Persist the Troll. Then they probably have literally just one Petty Theft. I doubt they have 3 Dismembers. Yeah, I feel like they probably just almost can't beat this. We'll see, of course. It's also just 2-turn clock. Dismember after Kolaghan. Oh, you want to Persist the Grief? Yeah, Persisting Grief is fine, but it's just like how many Dismembers can they have in their deck? I think they have 2 Dismembers, 1 Borrower, and then this just doesn't die to push. If they play another creature to block, we Bowmaster the Orc Army, and they can't block it. They're just dead in 2 turns. It just seems so unlikely that they have almost any. They have more than one more answer to this in their deck. So I think just kind of doing this is fine. Although it seems like they just drew Orcish Bowmaster, maybe not. Business, happy 2 years, welcome back. Ashiok with the gifted sub, thank you. Also very kind. Equal love for the $100 and the gifted sub. So definitely taking Lightning Bolt. I think we take the One Ring. Yeah, buy some heavy plate supplies. Thank you. You'd be so good at this, internet. You buy some heavy plate supplies, you code Spike for 10% off. Heavy plate stuff is really good. I really do think if you need sleeves and shit, it's just very good product. I just love the rounded sleeves. I just really can't see myself using anything else. Or do they have 80 cards? I don't know. The 4-color players they're somehow still Yori on brain sometimes. They just actually got so used to building it with 80 cards. They just still do sometimes. They just still do. Rounded sleeves, yeah. So the sleeves, the bottom sides are rounded and the top are square. Okay, so when you're shuffling, you're shuffling with rounded sleeves. So you're not poking your hands. You're not dinging the edge of the sleeves, marking the cards, which was always I felt like a big problem with after 10 rounds of Magic, your cards are just always marked. They're just always dinged. Your main deck cards are almost always dinged, and your sideboards are like clearly like so your sideboard cards are like clearly sideboard cards too. This is like I feel like a big problem in general, and the rounded sleeves cuts down on that a lot. The bottom sides are rounded, top are squared. I just love it. I think it's so cool. They're really cool. I should just get my stuff out to. I should have the equipment to like pull off, but it's just very cool. I would really recommend checking them out. And the owners are super nice too. Give like a great little presentation to me. Probably getting Loran revealed next turn. How are double face cards in the sleeves? I haven't used them, I guess, but I don't. It should be pretty normal. Yeah, the deck boxes. So the deck boxes is kind of weird. They have like a little window in them, which can be bad for. I mean, if it's you could just put like your sleeves face backwards there, but I don't think tournament players necessarily love that. But it can be nice to like see what's in the deck too. How the sleeves last? I don't really know. I got some in Atlanta, and I used them all day 2 in Atlanta, and then I feel like they would still be good for like another event on the same sleeves. But I haven't been playing a lot of Paper Magic. 6 permanents, okay. The next one, just churning, okay. So I guess we hold this to triple mode. Always get a fresh pack of sleeve for major events. Yeah, I do. I have a lot of heavy play sleeves now too. Can use curved sleeves. So they have their own. Don't use normal ones. They have their own inner sleeves that you can use. But yeah, they that's what I was using last time too. I kind of feel like my opponent will cast a Solitude end of turn here. Maybe not. So I cast Bowmaster, they cast Solitude on their turn. I'm still just chilling. Let's wait a turn. I could draw Grieve. I could draw Ephemerate. Nice. Perfect. Where's your Yorion opponent? So I'm going to evoke this Mulldrifter. Don't think I'm super likely to use Ephemerate on it, because it's just like, how can they not have a removal spell here? I guess they just have all lands. So I kind of like that my opponent will respond to this, and then I get to reprieve my own Ephemerate here. Maybe I'll just hardcast Mulldrifter, then bounce it to my hand with Wail of Forgotten. Next turn. Cycles of Xander's Lounge. Okay, let's persist Grief. C4 lands, maybe. $30 TCG market vintage formats becoming a thing in the Midwest. I have not heard about it. I ain't been in the Midwest often enough, baby. I don't know. These like Penny Dreadfuls, kind of like the other one, right? These like the format is based on how much the cards cost. How can you play these formats forever? Because it's just like if the format's popular, the cards get expensive and you can't play them anymore. It always seems so weird to me. They rotate out. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't think it's for me, but new seasons. Yeah, I'm sure it's fun. I don't know. I agree that modern players seem to be very bored at the moment and are looking for stuff like this. So hope you enjoy yourselves if you get into it. Let's just go down to Teferi. It's not great against them. Yeah, nice casual thing. I guess you're not investing too much, right? Just $30 for like a season of playing. So it's okay. Also seems very difficult to enforce. I'm sure like nobody's like really cheating, but like people like buy super damage cards on TCG Player and like get to play them. I don't know. I would probably build High Tide. Market price? Market price. Boy, I don't know what that means. Oh, just the market price on TCG Player, sure. Rare gifted sub, thank you. Congrats, Kaiser. Put more beans. The thing is, beans aren't beans just like only good with expensive cards? Maybe not. Would love a grief here. Let's take the Drifter. High Tide's gotta be sick. You get to play like Turnabout, you get to play Snap, you get to play Cloud of Fairies. You can play the bounce a permanent storm card. The card's probably awesome. The format may not interest me very much, but I'll spend 10 minutes brewing High Tide on stream in my head. So I was thinking I'm gonna run out the Tidebinder, but then they just bounce it. And I'm binding it anyways, and they know I have Tidebinder. So I guess so I should have just got Triome tapped. That's a big punt. No, I can't even hold this Tidebinder up. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I was thinking I'd want to flash this in. This is at least a nice draw, I think, so I can get to use my mana kind of well. Although maybe I should have bindinged first. Yeah, I should have bindinged first. That fetch Triumph, that'll slip me up a bunch. Also wish I had more Wails in the deck than 2 at the moment. Okay, we'll just go to game 2. Or game 3. Good to go to game 3. I was like, for a second I was like, man, I don't have enough answers to Teferi, but then I remembered we have the 4 Bowmaster. The card's so good against Teferi. Atog Rakdos like Unequal Dandel. Sounds fun. I wish you could play these kind of formats on Magic Online, and I wish they were popular. Just have like a Brewers Challenge format every week. That could be interesting. I don't know. Just not probably not a big enough player base on Magic Online to support that super well. Would I try pre-modern? No, I think pre-modern just doesn't interest me. Oh wait, hold on. Why did I not bring in this stupid Elesh Norn? Fuck. Whatever. Yeah, it's like, for me, pre-modern isn't a format that interests me very much. I think it's because I just, like, I don't have, like, the nostalgia for playing the cards in the format, but if you're into it, I'm happy for you. Yeah, maybe I'll play one of Doom's pre-modern events at some point. I'm gonna go for Lounge since we have 2 white sources. Do they expect me to Tidebinder them? I feel like you almost never get people a Tidebinder like this anymore. I know it's still a new card, but ugh. Yeah, see, just people are always so ready for it. Land. Solitude doesn't exist. Although I might draw it. Come on. Come on, dude. Pitch to Supreme Verdict. Take a hit from the Shaman token, I suppose. Yeah, not the end of the world. Just 2 for ones in a row. Two off the Drifter, and then 2 off the Ephemerate. Grabs an island, 3 cards in their hand. Go for binding here. Pretty reprievable since they have Plains Island up. I guess they could go land and still play it. Seems like a good time to just use this. Certainly don't mind this either too much. So we've got 2 cards in their hand. 3 after they pick up a land. They pick up Hallowed Fountain. Well, how did that get in the graveyard? Oh, the Fable, duh. Good old Reprieve trick. So kind of need to not have like a ring this turn, but we're just like so ahead on cards here. You're gonna continue to be very ahead on cards. Fable is very much like a ring, unfortunately. Basically just free draw 2 next turn. Maybe I'm supposed to bind. I'm probably supposed to binding this Fable here. Oh, I drew Solitude Ephemerate though. Okay, so I can go Teferi, pick up binding, or cast Teferi, minus Unbinding. If I draw another white card, great. I get to go Solitude, Ephemerate, and binding this. Otherwise, I could maybe go Mulldrifter first. Let's go for Teferi. Well, I guess I could go Mulldrifter, Ephemerate. I don't go for Teferi. Not draw a white card off the Teferi. Persist. Oh, I guess I could plus and persist on the Tidebinder on the Fable trigger. Yeah, I think I'll still just binding the Fable. I'm a little bit worried about this Red and 6 ultimate, but like this is just a draw 2 for them, I think. I think this is kind of the most relevant thing at the moment. Any argument to reprieving counterspell since we'd have Teferi in play? Well, they have Red and 6 and like a board to like pressure my Teferi. I think it's just good to get the 2 for 1 there. Three cards in their hand. Misses their land drop. How? How do you miss your land drop there? I've had Red and 6 in play for 1,000 turns. I think I persist the Troll. I just have another Mulldrifter in my hand. Let's get some beef on the board. And then I'm probably going to Solitude the token in response to the Fable copy. Maybe they'll hardcast Solitude and then I'll respond to that. Okay, this is the plan. Just let this resolve real quick. One nice thing here is we have 4 Wail the Forgottens in our deck that all are online, that are kind of insane draws at this point. Get Verdicted, I guess. Okay. Time to cast a Grief. I feel like I'm going to get a Solitude out of their hand, maybe. They can't hardcast it right now. Could have another Verdict, maybe. I guess they've already cast 2, or had 2. Okay, just 2 lands. To know, 46 months. Glad you liked the stream. Yeah, Timeless is pretty cool. They draw the One Ring. Okay, Fable. Kind of a problem. Where I have to like counter the Fable, and I also can't let this Ren ultimate. I draw a Wail, please. Got 4 in the deck. Drew a Binding. Okay, Binding is good. I think I'd probably rather binding the Fable and then Ridden 6, or Tidebinder the Ridden 6. Yeah, their Shore Balance deck was very cool. Glad you liked it. And they're top decking, of course. They don't have any spells in their hand except for maybe their new card. Try to Arena Cube at all? No, I've never played Arena Cube. I don't know. Just so much going on. A lot of stuff, you know, to do. Only so many hours in the day. Chocolate Pancake, thank you for the 23 months. Hope you're doing well. gonna attack their in so they can't just kill my Tidebinder and ultimate it. And then are we solituding or are we mulldrifting? Guess we'll solitude. Alright, it's worth 4. Can't we cast Mulldrifter there since Rin is at 6? I mean, I really, really desperately don't want to let my opponent draw 2 free cards. But they're sort of flooded. Oh, sorry, I also given them a free treasure token. Thought I had one more click. It's okay, I don't think the token matters that much unless they like boarded a number core or something. They're on 80 cards. Could you have Tidebinder the Reynolds? We'd have to like wait a whole turn. It'd be kind of scary. Oh, we're just dead? No, we're not dead to the Omnath trigger here. Fuck, dude. I can't really 80 cards, by the way, here, since they, like, were pretty flooded. Good play, good play. Tough, tough, tough. Okay, I think I'm gonna go record the YouTube video. Probably a good stopping point. Stopping this early should give me enough time.